Well, as always, there are issues when you're doing a project like this. And I was going to fire it up and bring it in and just do a couple little things to it. And as soon as I fired it up, it started blowing black smoke, running rich as heck. And as you can see, I got a little leak there. But I think my float has sunk because once I pulled this tube off, the gas just poured out of it. So the float's not, float and needle and whatnot are not doing their job. So I'm going to have to pull that off and take a look at it. I'm thinking it may be a hole or a little leak in the float, because it worked good the day I had it running, and then I let it sit for about a day and a half, and well, this happened. I got gas everywhere. So let's get that thing off and take a look at it. Oh, and on a side note, there's still a little bit of rust in the tank. You can see the bottom of that sediment bowl is starting to fill up, and it looks like it's leaking a little bit from the valve too. So a few things I'm going to have to address, but not too big of a deal. Well, I got the carburetor off and pulled it apart here, and just as I thought, the float is full of fuel. So I'm going to go ahead and get a carb kit for it and a new float for it, and hopefully that'll fix that part. And I also went ahead and I ordered a whole new sediment bowl here. We'll just take that one out and replace the whole thing. And I got a thermostat for it too, because it was seemed like it would get hot, but it wouldn't go through the radiator, so we'll pull that apart in the future here. But now I'm kind of stuck waiting on parts at the moment, I guess, so I'll just fiddle with a few little things until the carb rebuild kit gets in here and I can put that back on. But that also means that I kind of got my garage filled up with the tractor now. Oh well. Well, as you can see, I got the radiator back off of the tractor, and I did that because I needed little rubber pads there, and I didn't have them when I put the radiator in originally. But now that I know that it runs, I'll go ahead and pull the radiator off, and I'll put those pads back on once I get them. I got them on order. And I got the carb kit coming and the float coming, and I figured I'd get a new thermostat because it didn't seem to be cooling right. The radiator itself seems pretty clean, but I don't know if the thermostat's working or if it's all clogged up with crap or not. So I'll pull that off and go ahead and replace the thermostat and the gasket. And then, since I had the steering out anyway, I figured I'd pull the other end up so I can yank this tank out. Looks pretty easy. Just 3 bolts on the bottom. I've got them soaking in penetrating oil now, so I'll let that soak overnight and see if I can pull the tank and clean it out, because I'm getting a whole new sediment bowl. I figured, what the heck, might as well, since the thing leaks and old and dirty anyway. And I was getting quite a bit of rust in it, so hopefully we'll be able to clean this tank out. And then I've got some time, so I'll do that, and I'll pull this this air cleaner apart here and check that out, because I didn't do that before. And it probably is pretty dirty in there, so we'll get that cleaned out, make sure it's okay. And I guess that's about all I can really do until the parts get here. Probably be next weekend before I can actually mess with it, but that's where we're standing right now. So I guess I'll get back to you next week.